Wait, this is the wrong screen. Hold up. This is the right screen, but also the wrong thing. uh, Scuff already. Scuff already before we can start. Hey Fangy, welcome! How's it going? Good morning to you too. I guess technically it's not morning anymore. Technically it's anything but morning. Oh, wait, this is the right screen. I just added one extra thing. There we go. This is what we're actually supposed to be doing. This is what we're actually supposed to be doing. Anyway, I wasn't planning on doing this stream today, but I feel like I should. It's been a while since I put anything Japan related, Japanese related on the channel, and the reviews were piling up this morning as I was lying in bed, and I kind of figured, you know what, why not? Why not? Let's let's do some reviews. Last time I did a 100 plus review, it took me over 2 hours to do it. Hopefully it won't take this long. Hopefully it won't take as long next time, this time. And basically how this is gonna work is we're gonna go through all the reviews and see how well I do, how well you do. I know you can't answer for me as we do this, but try to see if you can get some of these as we go. We'll also be going through the lessons, but I'll do the lessons after the review, just because I feel like these are stuff that's not gonna show up until hours later, and the reviews, I need to reset the timers on these anyway. So for anyone who hasn't seen any of the Japanese learning stuff on the channel, basically I'm using wanikani for my reviews for kanji, and they've been working out well so far. I got to level 11, I think last week, and I didn't even notice. I knew I was level 10 just before then, but I didn't even realize I went to 11. Wanikani is also going through a lot of updates recently. I'm not exactly sure why. But before, when you cleared like a certain number of kanji and radicals, they would give you all the lessons at once. You can still do that, but they kind of chunk it off now in groups of 15, so it's a little bit easier to do, and also probably less overwhelming for a lot of people. I didn't mind it before, but some people probably found it overwhelming, so that's probably what they're doing here. Also font differences and whatnot. Let's see, is there anything else going on here? I think there were also a couple of kanji. Well, I do know there was like one kanji from a previous lesson that I learned one meaning to, but for some reason it changed. I'm not sure if that was always a thing, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Though I have no way to prove it anymore, so oh well. Oh well. Before we also get into the reviews, wanikani has this blocked off in like sets of 10, and each sets of 10 levels is like, I don't know, supposedly you start off easy and then it just gets worse and worse. I don't know if paradise is worse than hell, but probably paradise just means, oh no, you got through the worst of it and now this is a lot easier, and then reality is something. But I did notice when I was going through the radical list, not necessarily the kanji list, just the radical list, because there's like the building blocks for the kanji. You go through so many radicals in your first 10 levels of kanji learning, and then suddenly when you get to the next 10 in painful, the kanji, the radicals, the radical list shrinks significantly. I'm not sure exactly why this is. I feel like a lot of it is because the radicals are using some kanji from previous lessons. So kanji can also be used as radicals, but then radicals as as parts of bigger kanji, always. That's probably what's happening here. So you learn the bulk of what you need to know before then. And that's probably what's happening still, but you still get a lot of kanji and vocabulary even in this level. Anyway, so because we have a lot of reviews to do, we may as well get started, because like I said, last time I did this, it took like over 2 hours. And I really shouldn't be taking 2 hours on 100 questions. If I did this without streaming, I think I can get through this in 30 minutes at most. 30 minutes at most, with probably an accuracy of 85% or higher. But let's see how we do. Let's see how we do. Let's see. I think this one is side, uses kanji, uses radicals for yellow, and I think that's a tree. It's a little hard when they compress it like that. So side, yep. Kisuku, but zuku goes to duku. Kizuku, I think. Yep. What does it mean? We'll find out later. Hodo. Hello, Roritan. Welcome. We just started the kanji reviews, and I think for the most part I haven't had too much trouble understanding why some kanji had been used, but it's also a little bit weird the way the kanji that have been used compared to like what they are in English. The reasoning behind it is a little bit weird. Hodo. I think this is no. This is Hodo. I keep forgetting if it's an elongated U or elongated yeah, I keep forgetting if it's an elongated O or not. And that's what trips me up even with a really old one. Yeah, su and zu, right? Zu, something. Something. Which one is this? I think this one is building. No, that's not building. Club? Club? Yeah. So this is a sidewalk, I think. So this is sidewalk using walk and road. Sidewalk. Meigari, but not meigari. Akari. So this is bright. Answer is a bit off. Why is it a bit off? Light. Okay, bright, light. How is this different from hikari? Hikari is more general, often used specifically for sunlight. Akari often refers to some specific source of light. You tell me, Rori-san. Akari, hikari, is there really that much of a difference? I mean, I guess I hear hikari more, hikari, but not akari. I'm not exactly sure. This is correct, I think. Correct. To open. Akeru. To open. So we got the sake kanji, but there's stuff on the sake kanji. I think this one's just actually sake. Is it sake? Sake. Alcohol. Let me just say alcohol. It's probably not specifically sake. Oh, it is alcohol. You should. So if you're drinking in Japan, you should know this one. This is gonna show up almost everywhere where alcohol is sold. Also, probably will show up on the cans and bottles of Strong Zero in the convenience store. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that was just light in general. Sunlight is hikari. Yeah, not well. With the sun kanji. Also hikari. Yoko, side. This one took a while for me to get. Yoko. Context. Look to the side, to pass next to, face to the side. So on the side of something, not necessarily on something's side, I guess. I think this one is ice. This is ice, right? No, it's not ice. What is it? I thought is it just water? No, it's not water. Eternity. I haven't seen this one in a while. So water, so it has the kanji for water, but there's this thing up top which throws me off because sometimes I think that's ice, but it's not ice in this case. Eternity? Or maybe that's just what we're calling it. I don't know. Sometimes wanikani likes to use different words for radicals that aren't standard, but it doesn't really matter sometimes. Kisuku, I think this is to realize, I think? I'm not entirely sure. To realize. Kizuku. Which doesn't make sense to me, to be honest. To notice, to realize, but this is like energy? Energy attached to something, but to realize? Reading is easy. Getting the understanding between the reading is difficult. A-N-E, forever. Okay. I haven't seen that kanji before. Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen that kanji before, so it hasn't connected yet. And yes, I have seen the kanji for eyes. I just get it confused. I get it confused a lot. So this is mo, right? Mo for hair. This is sake. Not sake, shu. I guess there's shu and there's sake. But is it short shu or is it long shu? I'm gonna guess short shu. It's short shu. Short shu. So whenever you see this pink slash, I guess it's a pink background. Whenever you see this pink-ish background, they usually want the onyomi reading for it. And I guess I keep on getting confused on which one to use sometimes. Onyomi, kunyomi, and I still haven't gotten it straight when to use which one. I just kind of get a feel for it eventually when reading, but it still doesn't make any sense to me. Boo. Hi, boo. Boo for club, boo for department, boo for part. Apparently something. Nihonshu. Hi, nihonshu desu. Sake. And then you have different kinds of shu, umeshu. What other kinds of sake is there? You don't call whiskey komeshu or beishu, right? It's just whiskey. But apparently for nihonshu and umeshu, those two gets the specific shu pronunciation, which is weird. Akeru, to open. Akari, which is light, apparently. Okay, eternity. When was the last time I've seen this? I guess I haven't seen it enough. Because the kanji for this stuff. Oh wait, now I got swim, so I got this, but I haven't gotten this other one. Actual eternity. Why? Kyoku. Bureau. Nihongo, Japanese. Just look for this very complicated looking kanji, but it's best but for some reason this one has like the kanji for speak, 5, and mouth all in one, which I have never understood. I mean, it's like it makes a nice block, but it's so compressed. It's so compressed. Hair. Oh, this is gonna screw me up. This is gonna screw me up. I can read it, but I don't remember how to say this in English. It's agaru, but is it to go up, to climb? In general, when I'm a little bit confused and there's multiple answers, I go for the easiest one, but I think this is to go up. But it can also mean to rise, to get higher. But there's another one, ageru, I think is also to go up, but also can mean to climb. Noboru, I think, is also to climb. So the English translation gets a little bit weird a lot of times. Nihongo, I think it's just this. Yeah, just Nihongo. Niban, right? Niban. Bureau. That's what I've learned, but it can also mean department, station, office, something of official note. I think that's what that's what they're trying to get at there. Soku. Hai. Garasu, glass. And then katakana is its own hell of just being able to read it and trying to figure out that how does this make sense in English. If you just try to read this straight without actually knowing what it could be in English, you might think garasu might mean grass. I don't know. It could also sound like grass, but it's like it actually means glass, which, oh my gosh, how do you get it straight? How do you get it straight? I think they want spring for this one, and I'm not sure if this actually is spring. It is a spring. It is a spring for the radical. Bango, numbered series. Answer is a bit off. What did you actually want? They counted it. They just number, series of digits. I said series, number, and series. Usually whenever I hear bango is in relationship to like manga. Anyway, manga episodes. Like the number of books in a manga, bango, the numbered series in the manga. I don't know. That's what it reminds me of. This one is fast. Bango. I think that's an elongated O sound, so there we go. Jitsuken, I think that's experiment. Right. Niban, second. Second, but also can mean number 2. But I mean, it's like second in order, number 2 in order, more or less the same thing. Japanese also has gurasu, but gurasu is only to use in drinking. Really? It's kind of confusing sometimes. It's kind of confusing, but I guess if you use it in certain contexts, I guess it's easier to keep it in mind if it's only used in certain contexts. In a vacuum, though, there is no context. So, one place. Ikasho, I think. Ikasho. Agaru. I can actually read this, but I don't ever remember what it means in English. Chisai. Is this one with an extra I? Chisai? I think it's just... this one tripped me up last time. Let me see. Yep, it has the elongated vowel sound with a chi. Chisai. May I have a crumb of context? We are doing kanji lessons. And I'm just basically going through my kanji reviews, which is a bunch of random radicals and kanji and vocabulary words thrown in there together. And it's like, I don't know how else to do this, to be honest. So I'm trying to explain it as I go from what I understand, which could be entirely wrong. But a lot of these is just straight off memorization. Yeah. Oh yeah. Wanikani is... I don't know. I feel like wanikani is like whenever you learn kanji and wanikani, it's like context. Uh, they do have a context section, but it's not always helpful, if you know what I mean, which is weird. But for some reason, to me anyway, this is easier than learning grammar because it is straight up memorization. And eventually you kind of get used to how things are put together. The thing that will always get me is it an elongated vowel sound, OU, or an like extended I, extended A? Or what do they want this meaning to be in English, kind of thing. I tried Bunpro, which was the grammar program that I was using for a while for learning Japanese grammar. It worked for a bit, but the way they do the reviews, I don't like it whatsoever. And I paid money for that for a lifetime thing, and I kind of regret it. I feel like if you just wanted to do Japanese grammar, it's better to just open up Tai Kim and learn from there. It's not comprehensive, but at least Tai Kim is a lot better at explaining things, and it's more condensed, I feel like. But for the most part, if whenever you're speaking in Japanese or reading in Japanese, vocabulary is gonna be your worst enemy anyway. So it doesn't hurt to do the kanji reviews because it does help you with vocabulary. Now, putting all that vocabulary together with the proper conjugation and proper phrase usage for sentences is the grammar part, right? And that itself is difficult, but if you know vocabulary, it makes things a little bit easier. At least that's how I see it. That's how I see it. Because knowing what people are saying is half the battle. Knowing how to put together is probably easier to pick up when you're actually talking to someone. This is the radical for building, supposedly. So we're going to say building. Usually attached to some sort of institution or whatnot. Kokosei. Wait, is it? Is this right? Kokosei? Yes. Oh my gosh. Also, the one thing with kanji I really absolutely hate. I absolutely hate this with kanji. The homophones. This is the kanji for height and expensive. This is the kanji for, I guess, school. They have the same pronunciation. Ko. Though you can say taka with the height, and only ko with the school part, I think. But it's still, for certain readings, it's ko. Ko say, which one do you use? Which one do you use? When do you use it? It's always difficult. Enter and a specific entrance. I guess this is just entrance. Sheep. Crap, what is sheep in just bare kanji? I think this is yo. Yep, that's just yo. Shogaku, chugaku, koko, daigaku. Why is it only high school that gets a different set? Why isn't it kogaku? Why isn't it kogaku? Why is everything else get a gaku but not high school? I don't understand. I think this is... Which one is this? I think this is Sansu? Which we'll get the translation to this later. This is sheep. Jitsuken. Oh, this one also tripped me up. So the su part of this part. The su part, whenever you type these things in, is like, you can kind of hear it said in spoken speech, but it's hard to remember when to actually do it when you're typing it in. But I guess the general rule here is if the kanji has a su in it and you attach it to something else, it's generally going to be shortened to a small su, making the consonant here on the other kanji harder. More emphasis on the ken. Not always, but usually. Kokosei, high school student. Ika sho. Ika. So ika for one. Ka is the counter. Is it sho? Is it a short? Or is it elongated? I think this is short. Ika sho. Hi. Ika sho. New sho. New jo. Sho. New sho. Okay, new sho. Spelling will always get me. Spelling will always get me. Anshin. Mi. What is this? Mi okuru. Mi okuru. What is mi okuru in English? What actually is that in English? Mi okuru. Mi okuru. To send off, I think. To send off. To see. So this is to see, and something is being sent off. So to send off. Level 11. How much can you read if you picked up a typical slice of life fiction novel? I'm about to hit level 5. I want to say, if you're picking up a slice of life fiction novel, you might get at least 50%, but there's also a lot of kanji even in slice of life that seems to not be covered yet up to 11. Which you, at that point, you may have to like just you may just have to get a dictionary out or something like jisho. I feel like it's, I mean, I did try to read some manga and doujins without any translations recently, and I could kind of sort of get part of it, but then there's a few words here and there that I have never seen before, and I had no way of being able to read it, but I could still kind of get the gist of what's being said, except when I'm reading it in my head, it's like, I wish you can see my expression right now. There's the closest to my expression, except you can kind of like, it's like broken Japanese in my head, and it's really, really weird because you're reading this thing and it's not as, it doesn't sound as smooth as you're like when you're watching anime. It just sounds very broken. Sounds very broken. Honestly, immersing with anime might be helpful. Yeah. Well, the thing with immersing with anime is it helps you with your listening. Even if you have the subtitles on, it still helps you out a little bit with listening. Especially if you're like, just passively watching and then listening at the same time. With manga, it's more like active reading. That's when you actually get your practice with reading. Oh, Animelon? I don't think I've seen Animelon. Let me look that up really quick. Animelon. What is Animelon? Animelon. Gamers anime with subtitles. Japanese subtitles. It's a program. Oh, I see. Not a huge fan of anime. I mean, reading is also okay. What is this? I'm opening it on a different screen just because. Oh, I see. So Animelon has the kanji and the translation and the romanji at the same time. Ah, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I guess that's one way to do it if you wanted to. I heard around level 30 is where you really take off in comprehension in books. Man, I wonder how long it's going to take me to get to level 30. I started this in mid-November and I'm now at level 11. How many months would that be? I think that's roughly 4 months just to get where I am right now, which maybe isn't bad. I don't know. But I've also been doing it every single day and also doing it every single time that it comes up. I know I have another friend that probably started around the same time I did, maybe a couple of weeks afterwards, and they only do it once a day total, and they're much further because of that. But you know, it doesn't really matter as far as how fast you go, as long as it's a speed you're comfortable with. Me, I'm just kind of grinding these out because I find it fun. I find it fun. Chisai is small, right? There's a lot of easy Japanese and kanji that you hear a lot in anime and manga. So you're kind of used to those, but then there's the higher level vocabulary that's like, wait, what does this actually mean? What does this actually mean? Sansu, I think, is math, so it's calculation and counting, so math. So, I mean, apparently they also have synonyms for arithmetic and mathematics. Mathematics, I guess. But I don't think I've heard anyone call it arithmetic in a very long time. Oh crap, what actually are you? What actually are you? Hoko? Direction? Direction, okay. I think this is go, behind. Anshin. Anshin is... I think Anshin means calm? Calm. Anshin shiro. No, not calm. What is this one? Relief. Is it, I mean, calm, relief, peace? Isn't that kind of like it's the same thing? I don't know. Isn't it kind of the same thing? Calm and relief? Maybe not really. The thing about English is there's not a one-to-one within the words. It's more like a nuance. And the nuance in English can be a little bit different than things. Yeah, this is where the synonyms come in with the wanikani, because you gotta put in what you probably would work. Probably would work. Okay, so this is a net, I think. Not a net. What did you want? Did you want helicopter? Why helicopter? Like I said, the radicals don't make sense, but you know that's what they want, so we're gonna say it. I didn't even know what a yurt was until I looked it up. I still don't know what a yurt is. I thought it was just a big tent. Mi okuru. Mi okuru. Oh my gosh. This is weakling. It has the kanji for insect, which apparently is weak in comparison to a human. Weakling. So you have the kanji for weak, and then you have the kanji for insect, which makes it a weakling. Force correct the radicals. I don't really find them helpful. Yeah, a lot of the radicals sometimes don't make any sense. At least the English portions. But then there's also a lot of the radicals that are just exactly what it is in kanji, so you don't want to force correct those. So sometimes if it seems like they do sometimes if they do a kanji, not a radical that doesn't make any sense in English, yeah, force correct those for sure. Like blackjack and 20, that doesn't exist. Jaku, not Jaku. Yowamushi pe. Nani. Yowamushi pe. Pedaru? Yowamushi pedaru te mi. Crap. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm gonna cheat a little bit with Deep L with this one. I'm gonna cheat a little bit with Deep L. Deep L, help me. Deep L. Hold up. Deep L. Oh, is that? Oh, wait. Is that what I've never actually seen that. No, I haven't. So. Wait. Yowa Mushi Pedo? I've heard of the series. I've heard of the series. So Yowa Mushi Pedo, if you have never heard of it before, I think it's a cycling anime. It's a cycling sports anime. Let me put that over here really quick. So it's a cycling sports anime that was really popular a few years ago. Several years ago, apparently, since 2013. I've never seen any of this. Sports anime really isn't really my thing. So, but I do know a lot of people that like this. So yeah, but no, I've never actually read it. I know about it. I just never read it. Now I'm knowing what Yowamushi means. It makes the title. The title hits different now. It means a little bit different now. Toru to take. Hoko. I think this is Hoko. Hoko. Toru. Okay, is it elongated O or just okay? 10 years ago, I don't believe it. Rory-san, I hate to tell you this. I hate to tell you this, but anything from 10 years ago is old. Haruhi, Steins Gate, what else is there from 10 years ago? I think Lucky Star was older than that, so let's not even mention Lucky Star. Bakano, I think, was even older than 10 years ago. What the heck? No. We are not old. We just like, actually, okay, here's the thing. When you think of old anime or classic anime, what do you think in your heart? It doesn't matter what anyone else says. What do you think in your heart? To me, old anime and classic anime are probably around in the mid-90s to early 2000s. So I'm thinking Trigun, I'm thinking Cowboy Bebop, I'm thinking the original Slayers with way too many fillers. I guess Gurren Lagann really isn't classic, but it is one of those good ones from back in the day. I'm also reminded Gurren Lagann's probably around 2005, 2010s, or somewhere around there. I don't know exactly what year anymore. But if you asked me any good anime that came out in the last 5 years or even 2 years, I'll be very hard pressed to mention it, just because I haven't been watching a whole lot recently. And also, there's way too many isekai. Way too much isekai in the past 5 years even. That anything that's not isekai is almost difficult to remember. Which shouldn't be the case, but to me it is. Also a lot of gacha anime, which may or may not be good. Though the Princess Connect anime was pretty good though. I guess recently now we have Frieren and Dungeon Meshi being the two good ones coming out from this season and last season, if we were talking about Frieren. There's also, I guess, Bravern this season if you're into mech anime, but Bravern, I haven't checked into it much, but the things I've seen from it just makes it seem so ridiculous. I don't know if I want to touch it. I'm too scared to touch Bravern. Too scared. Koban. Koban is the police box, which I have seen around in Tokyo, but I don't think I've seen it. Oh, did I cut myself off? I think I cut myself off. Yeah, so Koban, police boxes in Japan. I don't think I've ever actually had to go to these places, but if you lost something in a area, this is probably where you would go for like lost and found. I don't know if they're helpful otherwise. Let's say helicopter for this one. Anshin, let's just say relief. Anshin Suro. Go is before? No, behind. Ego. Behind. How do you say black company? Kurosanji. Hello Tommy. Hello Ollie. Kurosanji is a black company. That's how you say black company in Japanese. Hantai. Oh wait. Opposition? I think opposition. Hantai. So hantai, the first kanji is versus the no. First kanji is anti, and the second one is versus, so it means opposition. I really don't want to say too much about the whole Niji EN debacle that's going on right now. There's too much stuff that's been talked about it, whether or not it's actually true. Some people believe the giant I guess narrative rat, I guess, that people have been talking about. And I feel like if you believe that, I feel like you believe fan fiction. I mean, okay, I've heard also about the Lawyer Man stream, and like it's just kind of like, I don't know, it's, I get it. There's a whole lot of things that we don't know, but the thing that people are willing to accept sounds so much like a conspiracy theory that 100% not all of it is true. Maybe about half of it is probably true. Half of it is. And which half is true, I'm afraid to know. Because there are some people I legitimately like in the GEN. And if they are proven to be guilty, then I don't know what to think about it. Because it's bad. It's bad. But I also like Doki / Selen, so it's, if I had to say anything about it, let's just wait until there's any official word on the situation. But as far as Niji Sanji, the company itself being a black company, I think that is 100% true. I think we can all agree to that. I mean, if you've seen their job listings recently, it is a joke. Their job listings are a joke for what they are requesting. Like the payments, the salaries for what they want probably might make sense in Japan, but just barely. Just barely. Anyway, it does the salaries don't make sense for US or Canada. It definitely won't make sense. I mean, it barely makes sense for Japan. And just the qualifications alone, nah. So anyway, let's just go back to this. Let's go back to this. I have nothing useful to add to the discussion, to the discourse. I just know what's been talked about in the servers. I just know what's the news that's been flying around. And at this point, I am just so tired about it. Crap, what is this one? I totally forgot what this one was. Oh, I forgot what this one was. This has the kanji for last name. But it has, crap, what are you? What actually are you? Oh, let's close this one. We don't need this. I'm just gonna guess. I'm just gonna guess wrongly, and this is probably God. It is not God. How's the stream going? The stream's going well otherwise. We still have like 80 something left to do, but oh crap, it's almost been an hour and I only done 33 of these. Low readings. Te. Visually similar kanji, paper. Found in vocabulary, low and lowest, but you cannot read it because it is behind my freaking head. Okay, so this was low. I don't remember that one. Hantai. Koban. You can say koban without the u in English, but koban you have to add the u in Japanese. Otherwise, it doesn't count it. Yeah, the paper kanji. Well, here's what I kept on hearing before learning the kanjis for paper and God in Japanese. Paper, kami, can also be used for kami as in God, but there's also a specific kanji for God that you use for spirits also, which makes it confusing. So things are opening up in my mind as I'm learning the kanji for some of these, and some of the kanji for these, the Japanese for these, aren't even used, I feel like, in general conversations, and they just use the gairaigo instead. That's how I feel like sometimes. But it's helpful to learn the other thing. Yowamushi, you're a weakling. I think this is action, so G. Yep, action. Cleat, because it looks like a sandal with cleats on it. So G has this weird, spiky, trident-looking thing stuck in it. But there's also a few spiky-looking, trident-looking kanji. Just have to remember this looks more like a telephone pole than anything. But this is an action. You're doing an action. Asoko is over there. Over there. And we're back to low, so this is Te. Public open. So this is open to the public. Open to public. So for this one, for anyone who's familiar with their kanji, the early kanji, you have the kanji for private here at the bottom, but if you put these things on top, the fins on top, it becomes public somehow despite being more closed. I do not understand how, but okay, we're rolling with it. We're rolling with it. And then this one eventually comes in. This is kanji for open. Make sure to remember this one in particular, just because if you go to Japan or see any signs in Japanese, they use this a lot, especially for especially the mom and pop shops, like open times and close times, but they also have the hours, so that makes it a little bit easier to read. Which one was this? I think this is tool, so this is gu. Ah, my favorite kanji for America, Beikoku, rice country. rice country, apparently. I think that I saw a short about this on YouTube. I forgot what they said, but this was basically anateji. Basically just they used the this kanji combination because they didn't have an a sound, I think, back in the times for America. Well, let me see. If you look up, I'll give you guys a link. But if you look in YouTube, there's a what do you call this? Let me just type this in. America. So it's very short description here is rice country for United States of America, America, USA. However, Beikoku America. There is a short, if I can find it, by... Oh crap, I can't find it. Anyway, if you look it up, Beikoku, why is America Beikoku? Why is America rice country? さやね、とてじやわ? And I don't recognize the kanji at the bottom. Hold it. Hold it. Which one is this? Deep L. So this is apparently this is the correct kanji, I guess, if you were to do a correct reading. But I think this is also, I think at this point it's better to just use the katakana. I don't remember when katakana was made, but katakana sometimes just make things easier, and in this case it's better to do the kind of katakana instead of the kanji. Fun fact, the US is in the top 3 countries whose citizens visit Japan the most, and the only country in the West in the top 3. What are the other two? I'm guessing one of them is China, and the other one is... What is the other one, actually? Also, I thought the last time I checked for the US wasn't in the top 3 for some reason. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen those rankings. South Korea and Taiwan. Taiwan makes sense. They're close by. And also Taiwan, from what I've seen in Taiwan, they're very weeby. At least that's what from one manga report I saw from a manga artist. They visited Taiwan, and apparently Taiwan is very high on the weeb factor as far as anime culture and stuff like that. South Korea also kind of makes sense. South Korea also makes sense, but it's also funny to me that South Korea, I don't know if you know this animosity between South Korea and Japan. I'm not sure where the animosity is coming from. I think it's mainly coming from South Korea. But it's a very political thing. I don't know exactly what it's about, and I probably don't want to know. But yeah, there's history there, but they're also very popular around the area. So it's like, yeah. I thought so too, and it probably is. I know there's like disputed islands between the two of them, and I know there's some dark history between the two of them. That's really all I know, but still, that I feel like, there's a lot of people that visit between the two, or at least mostly from Korea to Japan. I don't know that many Japanese that go from Japan to Korea to visit. Yeah, it's just one of those things. So it's kind of like animosity, but they're also kind of friendly to each other right now. At least the governments. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. It's weird. Oh crap, what's this one? To lower. I think to lower, to go down? Which one? Oh, kudaru, to go down, to descend, to go down. Kudaru, crap. Right, there's the kanji used for kudasai, which I never knew had a kanji to begin with. Yeah, yeah, wartime and wartimes were a thing, weren't they? Man, I hope nothing happens in the next 50 years or so. Cross my fingers. Cross my fingers. Let's see. Kyume is investigate. Apparently, there's two words for investigate. I'm trying to figure out which one is which here. Research in the process of brightening. Investigation. Investigate. But there's also a different kind of investigate. I think this one is kokai. Kokai? Sokai. Kokai. Kokai. I mean, I hope nothing big happens so that we can still travel around. You know, that's my selfish reason. And if nothing happens, that's also great because everything's peaceful. Though, you know, people be steering shit up all the time, and I really don't understand why. Tool. I guess the easy way to remember this kanji is there's a bar underneath the seashell. So we have, if you've seen the seashell kanji, there's a thing in the middle here trying to pry open the seashell. So you need a tool to do that. Unless you're really strong, you can do it with your bare hands, which good job if you can. I should run for president? Ha! I cannot. I am not a what do you call this? I am a naturalized citizen, which means I am not eligible to be a president. Nor would I want to be. Nor would I want to be. It's too much work. Let's see. I think this one is poor. If this is poor, this is chu? It's chu. So this one is low. Kudaru to lower. Earth, down, underground. But apparently there's two things for underground. Finger, and apparently a suit. So pick up, pick it up, pick up. I feel like anything with the finger kanji over here, the finger radical, this one on the left, seems to indicate like you're manipulating something, like throwing something, picking up something. Whereas if it's an arm, it's just an accessory or a movement. Poor. And this one is hiro. Now, I'm not sure exactly if the radical for on the right is suit in general, but if you remember what they call it, if you remember what they want you to remember it as suit on the right side, then hero suit makes a little bit more sense. You're picking up your hero suit from the ground or wherever. And I'm also reminded from that one scene in The Incredibles. Where is my hero suit? Woman, where is my hero suit? That one. For some reason, I keep remembering that one. Kyume. Kyume. Chika, I think. Chika. These are opposite in meaning but similar. I feel like there's a lot of those kinds of kanji and radicals. I've seen the first one. That's the one that we just. I've seen the first one. That's the one that we just did. The second one, the second kanji that you're showing, Rory-san, I have not seen before. I see the fingers though. I see finger. I see old. I don't quite recognize what's on top. The font is way too small. I don't know how you guys read this on the phones and the screens because a lot of times it's very squished. I really don't know how you do it. It's amazing that you can still read that. Okay, let's go. Chica, underground, but there's also another one for underground. I hate this one. Ka? Is this Kagetsu or Kagatsu? I think it's Kagetsu. Gatsu is when you're describing which month it is, but I think Getsu is just how many months, which moon, how many moon cycles kind of thing. Which month also it has roots in moon in English, by the way. Just keep that in mind. Kagetsu, though, I think is what we want here. Yes. Shuryo is either finish or end, and I keep forgetting which one it means. Shuryo finish, I think. The end? Yeah, finish. Finish and close. Okay, so they take both. They take both, but sometimes they're a little bit picky on which one they actually want. Tori, to pass, no, not to pass through, but I think this one is specifically road. Oh, they actually want to do it right away. Okay, I think this one's road. Tori, Dori. Street, avenue, road, way. Reading is just Tori. Reading is the same as the word toru. As long as you know that, okay. Toru, toru. But the kanji composition is pass through. But there's also dori. When do you actually use dori and when you actually use tori? I have no idea. I have no idea. Kudaru to lower, to go down, to lower, to go. Let's say to go down. It's more general. It usually works. Usually works whenever you're trying to get nuance here. But if you want nuance to descend, to actually go down deeper. Shokuji is a meal. We have food, action of a meal, action of food. I don't know how that ends up as being meal. But I guess you just kind of accept it. Eating a meal, if you think about it that way, kind of makes sense. Like you're eating food, but it's more like a meal. I don't know. Ancient Japanese are using lunar calendar. Yep. I get that. I mean, technically in English, not in English, in Western calendars, it's also based on the moon, but I don't know how they came up with the division of the days. I know it's some sort of church thing way back in the days. So, but I don't exactly remember how they divided 30 days, 31 days, but it's still based on moon cycles, essentially. Lucky, I think. Ungai, lucky. But I don't know if anyone actually says that anymore. Ukeru, to receive. To receive. Oh crap, what are you? Is this brush? Tell me this is brush. It's brush. As long as you see like a bunch of stuff going side by side, it's kind of like brush. That's a tree. It's not a tree. You're a tree, Ruby. You're a tree. Shokuji, welcome, by the way. Shokuji, meal action, eating a meal, I guess. Kiniro, iro, which this one, I keep on thinking Kiniro mosaic, but I feel like there's an N in the middle. Kiniro mosaic. That one Slice of Life series. House in a tree. This is not. This is a squid. That is definitely a squid. Hi, Rori-san. Kaniro mosaic. The blondes. It wasn't a very good Slice of Life series, if you ask me, but it was a fun one back in the day. I think the premise of that one is that there's a Japanese girl who is very, very much in love with blondes, basically. And there are two main blondes in the series. I forgot both of their names. I forgot both of their names, but both of them supposedly come from the UK. And one of them can barely, and neither of them can do proper British accent, I feel like. Ungai. I still don't know who actually says that. I don't think I've ever heard this. People just say lucky. Shuryo. The end, finish. Yellow color. A moving twig, yeah. This game is very easy. It's just a lot of memorization, basically. This is a month counter. Month, not mouth. Month counter. You see the moon here? You see the moon here? Moon is usually gonna be a month, and this is one of those weird counters of hundreds of counters in Japanese, which doesn't make any sense to me, but it is what it is. Now this one, the only reason why I remember the pronunciation of this one, so this is the kanji for receiving, okay? That's a kanji for receiving. Ukeru is to receive. And the only reason why I remember this is because I keep on remembering uke and what's the other one? What's that BL term? Because this is the receiving part of the BL term. What's the attacker part of the BL term? That's the only reason why I remember this. Uke and I don't know what the other one. I should know what that one is. I don't know what it is. I think I've seen it recently. Seme. Hi, seme. Yes, seme and uke. That's the only reason why I remember this. Oh my gosh, the 10 years of watching anime. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. To hit. You're hitting your fingers on something, but this is like to hit in general. Oh crap. I think this one is for Western. And I'm not exactly sure why the pronunciation is yo, but we're gonna go with yo here. Hey, if you've been a weeb for as long as some people have, you just kind of make connections eventually. But if you're learning Japanese from scratch, I feel like it's gonna be a lot harder because you have no reference to pull from. But if you have a reference to pull from, learning these is a little bit easier. This one in particular, I think is anti. I think it's anti. It's anti. Anti. Utsu. Though if you take the kanji by itself, without the su, I think it's sometimes just da. Western style, but you can also say Western. Which I did put Western because it doesn't take it with just Western. Found in vocabulary. Yofuku. Really? Yofuku? Yofuku. Yohei. No. Tai yohei. What? We're gonna get to that when we get to it. It's confusing right now. Kaigyo. Kaigyo? This is a ocean fish. Sea of fresh water. Not sea fresh. Saltwater fish. Ocean fish. What's another name for ocean fish, actually? Saltwater. Right, saltwater. Kinnen is either coming years or recent years, and I keep on forgetting which one this one particularly wants. I think it's recent years. Recent years? Yeah, it's just recent years. I know there's one for coming years, but I keep forgetting which it is. Kite suru. I think this is to decide. Kite suru, to decide. Kanji is made up of decision, which is this left part over here, and determine. However, together, it still means to decide, but you are very much decided on the deciding part. Yeah, I think that's what it means. I'm not sure, but I think that's what it means. Let's see. Let me see if I can read this. Taiheiyo is sea located among Asia and America and Australia. So not the ocean, but sea? Huh. Okay, this one wants beans for this one, I think. Yeah, I think it wants beans for this one. I don't... Maybe just bean? Clown! I don't know why clown, but that's what they want, and I totally missed that. Crap, this one's a new one for me. Which one are you, actually? This one's new. I think, so we have the kanji for woman and child at the same time, but it doesn't mean a small girl, it means something else. I think it means... crap. It doesn't mean crap. What does it mean? Woman, child, but not actually woman, child. It means, well, what are you actually? What are you actually? Yeah, ocean or sea. I feel like both are similar, but ocean is bigger than the sea. But if you look at the ocean or the sea, there is no border between sea or ocean. So which one is the sea and which one's the ocean? Fisherman holding a fish. You would be right with the fishing part, because the right part is kind of like fishing, but it's not in this case. Crap. What are you? I'm gonna have to guess, because I don't remember. This is like one of the newer ones that I've seen. This is, I think... Oh, what are you? Not that one. Not relationship either. I know relationship's a different one. Sometimes I just have to guess wrong. Just to trigger my memory. Just to trigger my memory. You are not a girl, but I'm gonna say girl, and I know it's wrong. Like as in Suki? What? Really? Woman, child in front of you, you like them very much. That's the mnemonic they're using. Suki, found in Suki. Friendship, Suki. But Suki can also be Ko. Ko is the onyomi. Kunyomi is Su or Kono? Kono. Soka. Yeah, my gosh. I just have to like miss these like several times in a row, and then I'll eventually get it through sheer repetition. Nomu, to drink. So if you're looking at a menu, you might see this. Just remember that this is to drink. There's like food here, but it's like lacking food. But apparently lacking food means to drink. I don't know how that makes any sense, but okay, we'll roll with it. We'll roll with it. Ketsukete suru. Kette suru. Kinnen. Kinnen. Next year. Coming years. Nomu, to drink. Nomi is a drink. Supengo, supen. No, oh wait, you want the actual thing. Spanish. You want Spanish. Spanish language. Supain. Kaigyo. Kaigyo, I think they also, no wait, I think this is just a short gyo. It's a short gyo. The thing is, they take two pronunciations for this. They take or zakana. Umi sakana. I would miss that because I keep on thinking it would be sakana. Umi sakana. Why did it go to sakana? Why did the S become a Z? Why did it get rendaku'd? I don't understand that. So sometimes I just do because it's easier. Because it's easier. And I keep forgetting the spelling for the other thing. Okay, so this is cool for like. So this is a line. Thread, water. Thread in the water is apparently a line. Language is hard, very much so. Very much so. And if you studying languages, if you do it enough, you notice some patterns between different languages, like, you know, all the Romance languages. And when I say Romance, I don't mean like romantic. I'm talking about like Latin based. The Romance languages, meaning from Rome, meaning Latin, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, and probably a few other ones, but those are the main ones. Have the same roots and also have similar words in different languages. So you can kind of sort of understand what's happening, but not really because the grammar is different. And then I think English is a little bit derivative of Germanic languages, German, and I guess whatever they have there in England with the Irish and the Celts and whatnot. But also English has borrowed many, many words from other languages. So it's not just those. It's everything basically in the world, with the base being German basically. And then you have Chinese and Japanese. Chinese, I feel like I can't make heads or tails of it, because apparently the only thing uniting Chinese is the written language. Meanwhile, spoken Chinese is everywhere across the board. And if you try to like talk from one Chinese area to another Chinese area, they can't understand each other. But if you write it down, it's suddenly understandable. That's probably why they went with a pictorial type of language, pictorial type of writing system rather than a phonetic writing system. Because if you do a phonetic system, it means that you probably have the same language roots, probably. Not always, but usually. But with phonetic, no, with pictorial, it's a lot. It doesn't matter what you speak as long as you can read it. You can kind of understand what everyone else is saying, which is kind of why I think with Japanese and Chinese, they both can kind of read what each other are saying and get the gist of it. But Chinese has 100% kanji. Meanwhile, Japanese is like, I think 50-60% kanji, and then the rest is hiragana and katakana. So it's like a mix of everything, but it's easier to figure out what's going on there versus Chinese, which is like everywhere. Atama, which is the head. Sen for a line. Supengo, supengo for Spanish. I like Brazilian because we have specific symbols that specifically show how the phonetic goes. For example, the accent mark. This symbol makes the word lower pitched. Ah, I see. I think this is also the same thing with Korean. The thing with Korean is however it is written is how you're supposed to say the word. Now, I've never actually tried to study Hangul, but if you can read Korean, supposedly it's easy to. I mean, supposedly it's easy to read Korean. It doesn't take that long at all. Pronouncing it, I mean, if you can read Korean, you can speak in Korean, but the grammar of Korean is different. It's kind of like you're able to read kanji. You can kind of speak it, but grammar is a whole different thing altogether. Which I think I need to learn a little bit of Korean here in a couple of months, just the very basics. Because just FYI, you heard it here first. I might be going to Korea for a little bit in a couple of months, not very long, just a few days. But I don't think I don't know how well they are with English in Korea. Hopefully a little bit better with increased tourism, but I still can't I still can't rely on that. So I'm gonna have to maybe do a little bit also. At least Japanese I can kind of do. Korean is a total foreign language to me, much more than Japanese is. Furansugo, French. Okay, this is like, as in to like. Furansugo. Right. This is a clown. They want clown for this one. The mouth is at the bottom. I'm not sure why. Atama. Forehead. Mataku. I've heard of this phrase before, but I don't think I have the meaning is the same from what I know. Well, when we get to the meaning, we'll get to the meaning. This one is, I think this one is run. Running? Coat rack. Oh, you want coat rack for this one. Never mind. Meaning of this one is, I think originally you have the kanji for origin, but then you have this repeater kanji over here. So it's basically this kanji twice. So moto originally, though I like hotomoto. Hotomoto is pretty good too. Yakume. I think that means, well, we'll get to that. Let's see. Decision, heart, determination. You decide with your heart, so you are determined. Zenzen kara? Is that Zenzen? Zenzen jane desu ka? Zenzen? Hai, Zenzen. Determination. Yaku. Serve Yaku. Now this one I had to commit to memory because I play mahjong a lot. So Yaku, apparently they use the same kanji for this. So it's like, oh, so that's what it means. Mae, eh? Mae nani desu ka? Eh? Mae. Nani mae? Mae nani? Soko, there. Mataku, holy. Or okay, this one confuses me. This one confuses me, though I understand by looking at the kanji. So this first one here is usually the kanji you use for all, or basically all, in general. Mataku, but is like the pronunciation for this. However, I hear mataku also in a different context. Maybe as a curse word? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. It's been a while, but I hear it a lot in I hear it a lot in older anime. I don't think I've ever actually gotten a pronunciation for it. Like a not pronunciation. Yeah, both pronunciation and meaning. So I'm a little bit like, what does it actually mean? But in this context with this kanji, It's completely, wholly. I don't know about really. It seems a little bit weird. Or truly, it seems a little bit weird. I tend to use it more like entirely. Like as in all of it. Mataku. Yaku, service, duty, role. Something along those lines, apparently. Though in the case of mahjong, you have, I guess, part, role, duty, service, as something. In mahjong, you need a yaku to win, which in context, what does a yaku in mahjong mean? You need a, I guess you need a pattern, but that's not what yaku means. Well, I guess that's what yaku means. But maybe not in this case. ちょっと漢字読めない。ちょっと何これ I'm so sleepy that all is starting to look like fish bones. Eh? Eh? 意味わかんない。意味わかんないでしょ。Alright. Next. Motto motto, I think. Motto motto. Which just means originally, though I think there's another thing for originally. From the beginning, by nature doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. Code track, but we use this for clothes, I think. Bukubi. Oh, this is for bushu. Radical. Radical as in like the radical of kanji, not as in radical. Radical. Whatever radical means. Ketsushin, so keshin? Keshin. Yakume, I think this means role, I think. Role, duty? Duty, role, business. I'm not sure about business, but duty, role. You have the yaku. The me portion, if you have an eye for service, you always think of helping your people as your duty. I guess it's more like an actual duty sort of context. Think about someone's role. To receive a role fulfills one's duty. One's role. Okay, so it's more like what you're actually doing, what your job is. Though it goes deeper than a job, it's a duty. I think this one is farm. It is not farm. What are you? Farming. Really? Really? So farming as in the act of agriculture, as in okay, we'll give it to we'll give it. It's, I don't like it, but we'll give it. Chikazuku means this one I get confused because I know chika means near, but chikazuku is either neighborhood, vicinity. I'm gonna say neighborhood because neighborhood can mean several things and it is not what it wants. Okay. Right, ku would indicate verbiage, but it's to get close, to approach, to draw near. And I had to put synonyms in here just to make sure we didn't get any confusions. Okay, well then. Tairitsu, opposite? Not opposite. Confrontation, opposition. I think opposition just seems to work in general, but a confrontation, I guess, to make a stand, to have a confrontation, to bring forth confrontation. I guess you just kind of have to like get that. Kilo, as in just a kilo. So we have bu from the first part of the kanji, but kubi is not what you want for the reading here. It's bushu apparently. And I think it's a short shoe, what they want. Bushu. Bushu. Yeah. They want bushu. Both days. Ryo Jitsu? Ryo Jitsu. I think I'm kind of understanding when to use Jitsu, but I'm also not sure what the nuance is. It's more like a pronunciation thing, but when do you say Jitsu? When do you say Nichi? Still trying to figure that out, but I think I'm getting a feel for it a little bit. Chugakko. Chugakko. So this is middle school. They want specifically farming for this one, but the reading is no, with a U at the end. Taiha versus Kitai ni. Oh, I can't read this. Hold up. Sumimasen. Deepel sensei. Versus is used like verse. Oh yeah. Yes. Okay, I get it. Like Brazil versus Germany. Yeah, I understood that. Yeah, it's like in a versus match or something like that. I get that one. Sometimes though, the word they want in English is a little bit confusing because so many words can fit the context, can fit the kanji in English, but the nuance may not be the same depending on what the word is. And they say Japanese is a very contextual language. I totally understand that. English also has a lot of not necessarily context, but more like nuance. You use certain words for certain nuances. However, if you talk to anyone in the general public, they use a lot simpler words than I do. In general, people use simpler words and simpler expressions than I do. The level of speech that I have is coming from a different place, basically. Yeah, depending also how people speak, you can kind of understand what their background is or where they're coming from. The way I speak is like someone who's, I don't want to say this about myself, but I have to recognize it. I guess someone who's trying to sound smart. And I say trying to sound smart as if that is the intent, which in my case, it isn't. This is just how I'm used to speaking. So sometimes when I want to dumb down my words, when I say dumb down my words, when I want to make my words a little bit easier to understand for people who aren't used to English or higher level vocabulary, I have to think, I have to pause and figure out, wait, how do I actually say this in layman's terms? Because it's difficult for me. Sometimes it's actually difficult for me. Wait, how do I actually say this in normal everyday terms? Yeah, that's just kind of how it is sometimes. So, but if I actually went to academia and actually got that PhD I feel like my vocabulary would be the same vocabulary as the people who are doing a lot of the presentations that I watch sometimes, and their vocabulary in those presentations is full of jargon and also full of basically words that most people will not use in everyday life, but they use it because that's how the language is for that particular group of audience. So people in the science community will speak a certain way. People in the business community will speak a certain way. People in everyday life will speak a certain way. It's funny once you actually pick up on that, but it's weird also. What was this one again? Tairitsu. So opposition works most of the time whenever you do this. Shogakko. So this is elementary school. Ichiban-san. I've been watching a little bit of the new Yakuza gameplays. I guess kind of spoiling myself, but at the same time, I don't feel like I'd be playing the new arc of the Yakuza series anytime soon. So it's like, just watching a little bit. But I know I'm familiar with Ichiban-san first. Crap, what is this one? Is this a tent? Is this a tent? This is not. I don't think this is a tent, but I'm gonna say tent. Oh, it's a tent. Okay. Farming, that's what they want here. But it's gonna be farm kanji in general. Ryojitsu, both days. Tairitsu. Hi. Chugakko. Chu. Elongate that U. Gakko. Double up that K. Chugakko. Ichiban. The first. Chikazuku. Which means what again? I know I got the English wrong, so I'm gonna double check what the English is. To get close. Chikazuku, to get close. Let's see. So the first kanji here I sometimes miss because I keep on misreading what's attached to the to this thing. So sometimes it's a person, sometimes it's soil, but it's a person attached to it, so it means another place. But the pronunciation is yoso. Yoso for another place instead of ta for the first kanji, which when does that actually come up? Shogakko. Oshie. Whenever I see this, I keep on thinking my Oshi is teaching me a lesson. That's kind of how I get through the Oshi part. To get closer. Oshie is lesson, but it can also mean teaching, instruction, teachings, lesson, doctrine. I think lesson's easier because this kanji is for teaching, so to teach when you actually use the verb form. I think this one is fate, so May, as in ume, machine. Crap, what are you? So this is action with a U, but what are you in this pronunciation? Okonao? No, I don't think that's right, but I have nothing else to go with. Araso. How do I remember this? Araso. That's a hard one. That's a hard one to remember. Karui, I think. Karui. Karui? No, not there's no E here, so just karu. For easy. So this is another place. We have other and we have place. And this is receive and test, but you're not receiving a test, you're taking a test. Take a test. Well, I guess you're receiving as in to take. You're taking in. So I guess that makes sense. This is fate. Might see then some fortunes maybe. So this is... what is the Japanese again? It's not uke in this case. It is... take. Shu. Shuken. Shuken. But I don't think there's an elongation. So I just do shu. A short shuken? How am I supposed to pronounce... How am I supposed to type this? Oh, it's a short shu. Juken. 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 So it's not even shu, it's ju. Let's see. So this is not yet decided. So we have the kanji for not yet and decision. So we have undecided, I think. It's the way you do in English. Karu, lightweight. Karu, lightweight. So this is star. The kanji for star. You have the sun on top and life. Somehow. Means star. Star, sun is star. So. Crap. Araso. Araso. To do? To do? No. To compete, to argue, to quarrel. Oh, there's a different kanji. Oh, wait. I was thinking action, but it's not action, it's conflict. Oh, okay. To be in conflict. Okay. I guess that was a new one that I didn't quite recognize. I'm not sure when to use this one, but they want Pope for this one. So, but I think it's used in other kanji that I haven't seen yet, apparently. None of the kanji that use this I've seen yet. But I'm not sure why they want Pope. Because of the cross, maybe? But a lot of kanji have crosses on top. Makenu? Makeinu? I think? Okay. Makeinu. Hoshi for star. Not say in this case because it's not a compound. So they want Juken. Juken. Shoko. Shoko? Shoko. Ko. No. What is it? Oh, frickin' A. Choco? Really? Choco. Oh, right, cho. But the elongation is... Ah, crap. Like I said, spelling will always be a hard one. Spelling and pronunciation. Like, I'll get 90% of these and, like, the pronunciation of a few that will always get me. Makeinu, loser. Which is kind of funny to me whenever you... I mean, this is the kanji for just losing in general. And then you have the kanji here for dog. So what are you actually saying? They're a bitch-ass loser? Is that what it is? Or basically a bitch, basically? I don't know. I feel like that's kind of what this is getting at. I don't know if it has the same sentiment. But, yeah. I mean, basically saying the dog's a loser. Or being a dog is a loser. I don't know. Hajimeru to start. I think we've heard of hajime a lot before. To start, to begin, along those lines. To argue, I wanted to say to conflict, which does not make sense. To compete, to quarrel. to be in conflict, but not really. I think conflict has a harsher nuance to it. Miketsu, I think. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm gonna say Miketsu. Okay. I wasn't sure if there was more than one pronunciation for the first kanji. So this is sky, right? Sky? No, not sky. What is this? Cell. I should have known that. I've seen this thing way too many times and I forgot. Cell. So this is past, and I keep forgetting the pronunciations, either ko or kyo. I'm gonna go with ko. I'm gonna go with kyo. I'm gonna go with kyo for the pronunciation, but apparently it's also ko, without the u. So it's a short. So it's a short sound. In general, short sound. And the water. To mix and substitute is to replace. Basically, you're shuffling people out, shuffling things out, so you're replacing. Yube. Yube, as an evening. Did I not spell it right? I did not spell it right. I did not add the extra U. And this is what will get me again and again and again. Okay, we have the moon, and we have... What? Is this clothes? Fuku? Is this clothes? It is fuku. Okay. Shoko. This choko, so this is direct, as in a direct line from one place to another. Non-stop, direct. The past... this is the ocean. There's another kanji that looks very similar to this, but except it doesn't have these little splashy things on the left side. If you don't see the splashy things on the left side, it means it is every. But with the splashy things, it becomes the ocean or the sea. Sell, but you're buying. Buy. Buying, but selling. To send. So this is send. Just send. Not verbiage. This is evening. Umi, if you want to just say the sea or the ocean. But kai, if you attach it to something else. Kaizoku. A pirate thief, I guess. No, I mean like a sea thief. Sea criminal. Crap. What are you again? We have a way and a stool, but the sway and the stool means what exactly? I do not remember, actually. This might be... is it direction? That's not a direction, but I'm going to say direction because I don't remember whatsoever. Release. Release. This one always gets me. Oh, it's not a stool, it's winter. Direction of winter is a release. I'm guessing we're going away from winter, except the direction is going into winter, which doesn't make any sense. If you want to release something, you should be going away from it. Unless we're reading from right to left, and I guess that's where the release is coming from. I keep forgetting sometimes that Japanese used to be written from right to left, and we read right to left in pages wise, but it's not usually written from right to left. Now, Japanese is still written sometimes from top to bottom, and then from there right to left. But it's like, kotai? Kotai. There's either kotai or kodai. Kotai. Okay, so this is cho, choko. No. Shoko? Choco. Oh, I need to double up the ko. Ah, crap. Fuku is clothes. Yaku ni tatsu? Wait, what does this mean? Yaku is roll. Tatsu is to stand. So to be in service, to be of service, to be of service. I don't know. Actually correct. Wait, what did you actually want to use? To be useful, to be of use, to be helpful, to be of service. Okay. Kon wa tate suman. Suman yomenai. Kon hatate. I don't know that kanji. Kino tokite ne. Nowadays, I read from right to left only when I'm writing vertically. Yeah, I think that's how it is in general. I know menus are written like that. Menus, sutras, fortunes. I guess here's a question. Here's a question for anyone who's native in Japanese or know Japanese well enough. When is writing from top to bottom a stylistic choice, or is that in certain context? Because to me, it's more like a stylistic thing. But I don't know when people decide to write top to bottom or right to left, or left to right, I guess. Because I see both a lot of times, but I don't know when people decide to do that. Okay. Yube with the extra U on there. So to send. This is to swim, so swim. Because we have the drops from the side and it's water. No, this is tsunami, isn't it? No, I think this is swim. Let's say swim. It's swimming. Because you have eternity and water. So this is not tool. What are you? Are you page? I think this is a page. Which doesn't make any sense, but we're rolling with it. What's the explanation for this? Imagine the strange gooey ducks. Okay, no. Reading is just basically pagey, so it's okay to look there. Pagey, kashira, which I don't think I've used yet, but pagey is typical. Pagey, page, and it's just page, but actually just means a page, like a page in a book. So this one is release, and release is the same pronunciation as the first kanji here, which is ho. Somehow. Yaku ni tatsu, to be of service. Jidai, which is an era, a time of era, epoch. I'm not sure when people use epoch, but era, period. University days, this next era, flow of time, that sort of thing. Oh, this is another weird pronunciation. Sho? No, is it cho? Chojiki? No, cho. Oh wait, there's the one where I had to choco. Peiji. Swim is oyo. Yes, oyo. Jidai. The era, the times. Ko taeru, to answer. To answer. And the answer is always more gun. That's the only reason why I remember this, because the on top of the house looking thing, there's like machine gun looking things, and the answer is always more gun. But maybe the answer isn't always more gun, but you know, it just makes it funnier. Sue, the end. And speaking of the end, that's the last bit of the kanji reviews for today, but we have new kanji lessons. I've never seen these before, and this will be interesting on so many levels. Let me just see my progress here. It seems like as far as my progress goes, I haven't burned anything. So when you get to the burn section here for wanikani, it means you remember it well enough that you don't have to be reminded of what the meanings are. And definitely I feel like that's how it is for some of the kanji I've seen. But you have to go through all the steps to make sure that you more or less still remember it. But now we are doing a new set, so let's see what we got for us. To transmit, so we have this transmit kanji. Something eru. How do I read this? To tell, to pass down, to convey, to transmit. Okay, so that's a nuance. Sutaeru. Sutaeru sounds like style to me, but sutaeru. Rank is just E, so we're just gonna use E for rank. You will see this a lot in gacha games. If they have a ranking system of some sort, like a score ranking system like in Proseka, you will see this a lot. It just so happens to be that way. Trash, really. This is trash. Private, underground, private lid. Okay, that's your trash. Oh my gosh, that is a complicated kanji to look at. Become? Drunk with a sword is become, though I don't really see the sword. I can kind of see the drunk. Say, but it's pronounced say because of the sword. Maybe? I don't know. That's how I'll remember it though. But I don't see the sword though. Sword looks like this. Where the heck is the sword? The sword is a very tiny portion inside, but it's not really there. joeyPE. Toka me aru yone. The top percent of rankings is very hard to get to. I guess also you'll see it in Blue Archive, now that I think about it. Especially since Blue Archive goes by, has the PvP, also the damage ranks whenever the boss rotations come around. Yeah, I want to go back to Blue Archive, but at the same time, I just know the game is so laggy. Blue Archive is just so laggy. I can't. I can't. Ichi. Okay, first place, first rank. All right, that's easy enough. All right, so this is trash. This is rank. Pronunciation E. This is to convey, to transmit. Let's say, just say transmit. This is become, is pronounced as say. Ichi, first place. Become. Will I remember this later? I have no idea. But that's what studying is about. You think you know it now until later, and you probably don't later. First place. Okay, what was this one again? So this was to transmit, but the pronunciation is not deneru. It's something else. And I don't remember the pronunciation anymore. What is it? Crap. What is this? Osaeru? Probably not. Suta. Sutaeru. Suta. 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 Oh, I guess suta as in to tell someone. Sutaeru. Well, that's gonna be one of those words I'm gonna have to just remember. Wait, why is there another kanji for first place here? Huh? What's this one? Neck and rank is first place? What? Come on. Nope, no, that's not right. I really need to fix my emotions here because sometimes it's there we go. That's why I'm I don't get this one. Head position, leading position. Oh, okay. So it's kind of like neck and neck, I think. Well, neck and neck is like you are vying for a place, but neck position, lead position, first place. Kubi though, I guess. Neck and neck, when two people are in super close to first place. Well, neck and neck doesn't necessarily mean for first place, though it's often used for first place. Neck and neck just means they're even for a certain place. You can be neck and neck for second place, but no, most people don't usually say it like that. Shui. And it's not kubi, but it's shui. You learned this meaning for kubi when you learned... What was this one? Bushu? Bushu. Ah, that's a radical one. Bushu. So we use the same pronunciation here, though I don't understand the logic. Wave. So we have the tsunami radical again, and then we have the branch. What do you call this? Skin. So wave skin, it becomes a wave. To get fires. Kubi naru. Hai. Demo. Shu desu. Shu desu. Shui. Kubi janai yo. Nande? Nande shu desu ka? Wave ha. Oh, it's like Kamehameha. Oh, it's like Kamehameha. But I don't think Kamehameha uses this kanji at all. Unless it does, and I just didn't know. I just didn't realize it. Kamehameha wave. Ah, okay. Though I'm starting to think now that Dragon Ball might actually be based in Hawaii. Maybe the Hollywood movie wasn't wrong about that. Maybe the Hollywood movie wasn't wrong about that. Because I mean, there was a real life King Kamehameha, which has nothing to do with Dragon Ball, but Kamehameha apparently was used in Dragon Ball. I don't know. Wave ha. Okay, tsunami, wave, Kamehameha. Okay, ha. Toki Doki Memorial. I know that series. I don't know anything about that series other than it's a visual novel and apparently it's a classic. Sometimes Toki Doki. Wait, receive is Kyutsu, reception. Shu, like shu something, anything. Okay. Yeah, okay, I haven't seen that second kanji before, so I don't know how to pronounce that one. What's it? Uke, really? Uke? We're doing uke here? Ukesuke. Ukesuke. Suke. Namely uke and suke. Drop off the rus, put them together. Uke and then suke. Uke suke. Receptionist to the actual receptionist. Huh. Okay. Level. Next level. You see the escalator, so you're going up. Then you have thread. Grade, rank. Okay. This would be some good kanji to learn for Japanese gacha. Q. Q. But we just say level sometimes. High class, beginner, intermediate. Oh, I guess this can also be school levels, class levels. Like actual school levels. So this is first place. So this is ha for wave. So this is sometimes, time is sometimes. So toki doki. This one is we just did this. We just did this. What were you? What were you? So this is level. I know level. Q. So this is receptionist. Right, receptionist, and this is level or grade. This one is 2 whole words instead of the pronunciation. So this is like uke, suke, ukeru, sukeru, but instead there's no ru, so it's just uke, suke. This is wave. Skin tsunami becomes wave somehow. Not kubi-i, it's shu-i. Is it long shoe or short shoe? I think it's short shoe. Shui, short shoe. Nice. All right. Okay. Okay, let's see. So there's shopping. Kaiba. Kaiba. Kaiba-san. Kaiba-san? Kaimono. Oh, never mind. I got a little excited. Kaimono. Kaimono, shopping. Hard to deal with, suffering hand. So this, if I were to read this without knowing the pronunciation, I think this would be kurute, but it's not kurute. It is niga. Oh, niga as in nigai, as in bitter, but hard to deal with. Weak point, poor at, not very good at, bad at. Suffering hand is a little misleading. Think more in terms of bitter. A bitter person, how does it happen? Okay, now think of the word you're bitter about having to work with someone. Why? Because they're extremely hard to deal with. Nigate. Nigate, hard to deal with, difficult. You're working with a difficult person. I wonder if they'll accept that. Difficult. Hard to deal with, difficult. In this sense, they're a difficult person. Watashi wa ogo ga nigate. Language is difficult. I think language is difficult. Is that what you said? Let me see if it's right. I am not good at English. Oh, that's eigo. Oh, I didn't realize that was the kanji for English. Eigo. Tashi wa eigo ga nigate. Ah, okay. Hard to deal with. English is also difficult too. So they both. I think that's pretty much similar. Maybe not exactly the same, but similar. I see. Compete. Okay, so we have Oni-san and stand. We have Oni-san twice with Standing on top, Y. It becomes a competition. Standing next to your older brother is another older brother trying to compete. Okay, never mind. the mnemonic is weird, but I think I kind of get it. But you do have two people competing for first place or something. K or Kyo. I guess if you do the pronunciation for brother, Kyo would work. I'm not sure where K comes in. Keiji, Keijo. Okay, Kyo. K. Let's say K for now, but Kyo if I forget. Kyo if I forget. Boo, department, club. Category, boo. Futabu. If anyone has ever heard of that series. Oh my gosh, the sus things I remember. Okay. How do I say this? Kimochi? Kimochi? Oh, that's kimochi. Why this kanji? Why this kanji? Why the whole kanji? Feeling good, feels good. Two men running. I wouldn't have thought this one as two men running, but now that you say it, I can see it. Yeah, that's not the first thing I see, but yeah, it makes sense now. It makes sense now. Kimochi, I know what kimochi is. They say it a lot in they say a lot in ecchi manga and hentai. Yeah, they say this a lot. Also in non-sexual terms. Yeah, sure. Meaning compete. Nigate. So this is either Kyo or K. I think both work, right? So this is Kaimono. Crap, what was this again? Kai is buy. Mono, buying something? To buy something? Buy something? Shopping. Shopping, right. Right, shopping. I forget that word exists sometimes. Kimochi, feels good, feeling good, feeling good. Boo, club. Or department, I guess, also works. Nigate, not good at, difficult. Not good at. Along those terms. I keep hearing boo for club, so I'll use that. Shopping. Kaimono. Kimochi. Kimochi. The nice thing is I don't have to remember how to spell the rest of it, because it's kind of written for me. Kaimono. There we go. Those are the new vocabulary words. We did all the reviews. And it still took roughly 2 hours to do 200. But then again, we did 200. Well, it still roughly took 2 hours to do 100 plus kanji on stream, because, you know, I'm not trying to speed through this, right? I'm trying to like tell you my explanations and how I think about these things. So it's also just kind of fun to compare notes, right, with previous experiences and I'm glad that we have a native Japanese speaker in chat, so to guide me the right way, also giving me some practice in Japanese. Though I can't read all of it, so sorry about that. Gomen yomenai. Zenbu yomenai. Kedo. Chotto ne. Chotto yomui. What do you say? Chotto yomi dekiru. Kana? My grammar is terrible. I'm pretty sure you know that. My grammar is absolutely terrible. But I'm hoping it's hopefully I can get a little bit better at this. I think grammar will be the one thing I struggle with for a very long time. But as long as I can kind of get the gist of it with the vocabulary, I think I should be okay. I think it should be okay. But yeah, I just wanted to do a little bit of kanji practice, Japanese practice here today because I woke up late, right? I woke up late and I felt like it'd be nice to just kind of relax with a non-gaming stream and stuff like that. Also, I think tomorrow I might be on a different channel doing a a talk a talk show, so a Zatsudan. I might be on a different channel doing a Zatsudan with someone else. So as soon as I get the details and the link, I will be putting that information in Twitter as well as the community notes. So please keep an eye on that. And because of that, I will not be streaming tomorrow, at least on this channel. So I'll tell you where I will be. I'll show that to you. And as far as the schedule for the rest of the week, I'm still confirming a few things. So hopefully I will have something by tomorrow or maybe later in the week. But I think there's going to be a pretty busy week for me in general. So I just kind of wanted to do this to relax a little bit, get ready for the week. Hopefully I'll learn something, and I did learn something from you guys. And I will keep on doing this. I will keeping up my Japanese practice. I still have 94 today apparently. So 5 more coming in the hour and then many more throughout the day. And I have 108 tomorrow at least. After I finish today's, this number will probably go up. But it never stops. The Japanese learning never stops. I haven't made any specific Japanese learning shorts recently. Haven't had really any time to do so for a lot of reasons. One of them being Pal World, but that's my fault. That's my fault for the Pal World thing. So I'm hoping to be able to finish Pal World this week, maybe in the middle of the week. Finish Pal World this week so that I don't have to think about it for a while. And we can focus on other things. And I can finally get back to making videos as well as some shorter games I've been wanting to do. So we will have Mahjong this week on Friday my time. I think it will be Saturday morning if you are in Asia. So just please keep that in mind if that's something that you want to listen in on or participate in. At the very least, I can confirm hopefully the end of Power World this week as well as Mahjong. We might have another stream after Mahjong this week. Just trying to get some confirmations on that. And as mentioned earlier, I will let you know what the plan is for tomorrow as far as times and links for the talk show I will be in. Talk show Zatsudan, I think I'll just call it a Zatsu, but I guess now that I think about it, Zatsu is more or less a talk show. Though depending on how you run the talk show, depending on how you run the Zatsu, it might not exactly be a talk show per se. Because when I think of talk show, I think of the late night talk shows here in the US. I don't know if they have that in Japan or anywhere else. I feel like it's more of a US thing. And in the US, the late night talk shows are commentators and comedians basically getting guests in and basically just talking and getting like commenting on the happenings of the day and stuff like that, which I never really got into. I know a lot of people liked that, especially before YouTube came around and before the internet came around. That was the main form of just digesting all the news and stuff that's been happening. I think that's basically what it is. But hopefully it won't be anything that deep tomorrow. It won't be anything that deep tomorrow. I will promise you guys this once I get details in the talk show, as far as times and the location. I will let you know, and it will be a fun talk show. I don't know exactly what we're going to be talking about. I just know it's going to be fun, and I just know it's going to be interesting because it's been different each time, for each guest on that particular channel whenever they invite people over. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end it for today. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for watching. If you stayed up, please get some rest. If you are still in the middle of your day, please also get some rest and stretch, get some food. I'm about to get some food. And see you later, all. See you later, everyone. Bye-bye. See you next time.